people of Ghana, is your Nigerian girl Pleasure bringing you political news in our channel Ghanatube. Sam George has threatened legal action against NPP's PK Sarpong over false Lexus gift allegations. Minister of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation Samuel George has taken strong legal steps against New Patriotic Party's commentator PK Sarpong, demanding an immediate retraction and public apology over claims that he received a luxury Lexus vehicle as a gift in breach of a new presidential directive. This allegation is actually very strong, and Sam George is not taking anything like it's likely. He is actually being provoked and threatening to actually take legal actions against the PK Sarpong, the communicator, and also demanding an immediate retraction and public apology over what he said about receiving a luxury Lexus vehicle as a gift in breach of a new presidential directive. Sarpong, in a Facebook post, alleged that George was seen using a top of the range unregistered Lexus gifted to him by an undisclosed individual. He suggested that the gesture violated President Mahama's recent introduced code of conduct for public officials, which restrict them from acceptance of high-value gifts to prevent conflicts of interest. In response, lawyers of Sam George from the law firm Kosar and Aka at Law issued a formal letter on Tuesday, May 20th, 2025, strongly denying the claim and describing them as false, defamatory, and deliberately damaging the minister's reputation. The letter demands that Sarpong delete the post in question, issue full retraction, and publish an unreserved apology within 7 days. Failure to do so at once will lead to a defamation lawsuit and further legal consequences. You knew these statements were baseless, yet choose to disseminate them publicly with the intent of undermining our client's reputation. The letter reads, "This constitutes not only a reckless disregard for the truth, but also a serious legal offense." Sam George also clarified that the vehicle at the center of the controversy, a 2024 Lexus LS 600, was not a gift, but rather a personal purchase financed through a loan from the National Investment Bank under a government-backed parliamentary service scheme. He maintained that the acquisition followed all legal and ethnic protocols. The new code of conduct unveiled by President Mahama earlier this month mandated that all gifts valued over 20,000 Ghana cedis be declared by public office, part of the broader push to promote transparency and public trust in the government. And this is actually the full statement of the lawyers of Sam George below. Mr. PK Sarpong, notice is thereby served for you to do the needful or prepare to face the full consequences of the reckless descriptions. By this letter, you are hereby formally demanded to cease and desist from making or publishing any further false claim about our client. In addition, we demand the following action be taken within 7 days of the date of the letter, e.g. by 27th of May 2025, the immediate removal of the said false publication from your Facebook wall. 2. A public retraction of the statement issued in the same manner and to the same audience as the original publication. 3. An unqualified apology to our clients. Failure or refusal to comply with this demand will leave us with no option but to initiate legal proceeding against you, including but not limited to a defamation suit without further notice. Be advised. And this is actually the letter that has been making wave on Twitter, formerly X, formerly known Twitter, as they've actually not taken it's likely with PA support they have actually reissued him to actually do the needful, or he will face the law. And then again, resign or we petition the presidency to remove you. The UTAG-UG threatened the Auditor General. The University of Ghana chapter of the University Teaching Association of Ghana, UTAG-UG, has stated that if Auditor General Johnson Akomua Asedu does not voluntarily step down, it will petition the president to have him removed from the office. This declaration follows the release of a special payroll verification report by the Auditor General's office, which alleged that the University of Ghana's inflated staff salary by 59.2 million between 2022 and 2024. UTAG-UG has requested that the audit findings describing the report as destructive and deceptive. The association contends that the report was released without affording the university an opportunity to address any discrepancy identified during the audit processes. Speaking in an interview with the City Eyewitness News on Tuesday, May 20th, UTAG-UG Secretary Dr. Jerry Joe Harrison condemned the Auditor General's action as unethical and unbecoming of someone of such high office. We must begin to think about ethics and hold ourselves to a high standard. It is not about morality. All the countries that have developed did so not because of moral upbringing, but because of strong ethical principles. People must know that they can and cannot, must know what they can and cannot do, regardless of what the law says. CityNewsroom.com quoted him as saying, Dr. Harrison further explained whether the Auditor General had personally reviewed deeper institution flaws within the audit service. I could be wrong, but all I'm saying is that he should reflect and recognize that his position is no longer tenable. If he continues to stay in office, as we have promised, we will take the next step by petitioning the president for his removal, he warned. UTAG-UG maintained that the audit report had unjustly harmed the reputation of the university and its staff, and association emphasized its commitment to pursuing all necessary action to hold those responsible accountable and help restore the public trust in government institutions. Wow, actually, you've actually heard how they've come up with it and urge the Auditor General to actually step down or be forced to do so. Please do well to like, comment, and follow. Put on your notification bell, please, so you get all our news one by one. Thanks, my people.